Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode on our podcast. This week, I have with me Tricia Dycka. She is a mindset mentor, subconscious reprogramming expert who helps women entrepreneurs break free from the beliefs and the energy blocks that keep them stuck. She's also the founder of Quantum CEO and the creator of the Neuro Sync Activation System, which we're gonna learn more about as she helps and guides her clients through deep subconscious shifts so they can align with their future, attract soul aligned clients, and scale their businesses with clarity and ease. Who doesn't want that? Tricia's approach blends brain science, energetic alignment, and intuitive truth bombs, no fluff, real talk, radical transformation. She's here to help women reclaim their power, raise their frequency, and trust themselves like never before. So, Tricia, we're so excited to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Yes. Well, tell us more of what brought you into mentorship and subconscious reprogramming. Tell us your journey.
So, for years, I was helping highly sensitive and empaths. And I just had a deeper desire to create a larger impact and create a big, there was such a disconnect. And I would continue just push through. And it's interesting because when I speak to a lot of coaches now, they're like, yeah, I'm doing whatever their business is and I'm pushing through. And that to me is a sign that they're not on their path. They're not doing their passion. And as much as I enjoyed helping empaths, there was this constant feeling of wanting to create more. So I remember it and when you have a really pivotal moment, it actually, you'll remember it. And I'm sure you'll agree when there's things that happen in your life that you're like, oh my God, I will remember exactly what I was doing. So this particular day, I got up, I made my bed, and I just started asking really empowered what questions, like, what do I have to do to create the change in my life? What do I have to do to create the desired end results that I want? What do I have to shift, tweak, or move? And then I just went about my day. I remember cleaning. And I was over by the window. And next thing I know, I just started receiving all of these downloads. And so it was like, there's a disconnect within your brain. And I'm like, what? Right? And then on top of that, it was, you're not co-creating your passion. And there were so many other pieces that, there was a disconnect with what I desired, but what I believed was really possible. And I'm like, okay, all right. So I remember that day starting to delve into what our brains are really capable of really seeing the beliefs that we have, the beliefs that we desire, the things that we want. And there is a huge piece here because we're told through the internet, through, the online world of what we're supposed to want, of what we're supposed to desire. And when we're following other people's desires, like, for example, I was like, oh, I want to take my laptop and I want to travel the world and I want to do this and I want to do that. And when I really sat down and I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to do that. There's that disconnect. There's a big disconnect there. And then there were beliefs around it that I wasn't following my path. So that day I got my neuroscience certification within months. I shut down a business that was draining me. I loved my clients. They were doing well, but it was draining me. And all of a sudden, so much opened up. I used to hear the phrase, when you're following your passion, time is of no consequence. And I'm like, I don't know what these people are talking about. But I would find myself 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night on my computer, researching, doing, creating. And I'm like, I get it. I really get it now.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. That reminds me, you talk about that pivotal moment. That was me, even chasing my own passion. I was like, oh, yeah, I love this, my business. I've heard you'll never work a day in your life. And I was like, I feel like I'm working myself in the ground. And
It's
then,
true.
yes, yes. And then also, I think you have to feel it in your body to know when it's like on that aligned path. So tell us, I know you said neuroscience. Let's go into that a little bit for people who are not familiar. Tell us a little bit more information and then we'll go through some extra things.
Well, before we even go there, you're talking about your body. So I
Uh-huh.
really want to share this. Like when I would get up and be on client calls, I had such resistance. And it wasn't the individual because I adored them. They were fun. They were really implemented. They were the ideal soulmate client. But I was totally resistant. I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this. And when you're really honest with yourself, you're sometimes you're like, no way. And it's the truth. It's like I didn't really want to do it. And I would not look at that truth for a very long time. The same thing with going online and sharing stories. And I did it, but there was a level of resistance in my body. And I did not understand that until the day that I shut that down. And I felt the biggest relief. I thought
Mm.
I was batshit crazy doing what I was doing, but the biggest relief closing that down. And those are really, pivotal signs for you to recognize that this is not my passion and this is my passion.
Okay, so let's back up a second. Tell us what some of those signs are. What would be, so yes, you and I, we understand the
Mm-hmm.
embodiment of it. Tell us
Mm-hmm.
some more.
So for me, the resistance in my body meant I had not. So there was like just pain within my body, like this discomfort. And for me, I understand that when I feel resistance, not the mind talk saying you can't do it, but the actual resistance, the knots, the like you're breathing from your chest instead of this overall breath, which actually enables you to be like, I'm in my body, I'm in that alignment. So that for me was huge. I would create excuses as to why I didn't want to do things. I don't have the time. I don't this. And I was like, why don't we have the time? Because I know I have the time. I'm like, I just knew that there was a disconnect. And for me, that was, I was bringing in money. I'm like, my business is really good, but my heart wasn't in it. There
Mm.
was not that excitement. When I deal with my clients now, I'm off the phone dancing. A, I'm seeing the results. B, I'm enjoying it. See,
Yeah.
even though my previous clients, they were getting results and I really liked them, I wasn't enjoying it. So there's that piece that you have to check in with yourself.
I love that. I love that you say that. So there was a point in my time where nutrition and like personal training mostly, I was done. Like if I had to write another plan, I was going to pull my hair out. And it's not that I wasn't good at what I was doing. Like clients were getting results, everything was amazing. We loved it. But I was just like, there's more than this. And so I understand that. I did the exact thing because it was like, I don't want to let this go. I can't let this go. It's a part of me. So there was those pieces too, and I think that's some more signs that come into play as well.
Uh-huh.
That's,
Yeah. And when you let it go, it's this tremendous
yeah,
relief.
yeah. Oh, it
Tremendous.
was. Yeah. Even
Yeah.
whenever I shifted everything and doing more of the trauma healing, the burnout symptoms and all that, it was just like, this is fun. This is energizing. This is my joy, my passion. So I
Yeah.
get that. Okay, okay. There are
Yeah.
the signs. Body talks.
Body talk. Yes. Yes, it does.
It does. So back to neuroscience. What is it? How'd you get into it? What were you doing with it?
So for me, it is all about our brain and what is possible. And we are programmed at a young age, along with TV, society, friends, family, what we believe, what is possible for us. And what happens is our brains actually create neural pathways. So it's an automatic response, whether it's a situation, comment, your subconscious runs 95% of your day to day, moment to moment. It's like, yeah, I got this. I know this. For example, you want to try something new and your subconscious is like, nah, we're not going to try that. I'm not comfortable here. I'm not safe here. And it could just be you want to take on a new nutrition package. It's like, nope, I'm happy here. I'm going to stay here, even though you might be very uncomfortable and you want that change. Your subconscious is saying, this is my comfort level and this is where we're staying. So it's very interesting. And what I did was I said, if we can reprogram our subconscious, we have unlimited potential. We have unlimited potential every moment of every day, but we also have these beliefs, these old, worn out ruts saying no, saying this is not safe, saying this is my belief about this. And a perfect example is I was doing, and this is going back probably 2 years ago, I was doing a talk in somebody's Facebook group, and somebody was engaging me and they were saying, I hit my goal for the month. I hit exactly what I wanted to meet. I had emergencies. I had bills come up. And the next thing I know, I was right back down to where I was comfortable at. And that is how powerful our subconscious is. It brought that individual right back down to where they're comfortable. So our subconscious runs the show. And years ago, when people are like, oh, it's your subconscious, it's your mindset, I was like, yeah, okay, sure it is. Sure it is. Well, guys, it really is the truth. Our subconscious runs the show. It dictates our moment to moment. So if you're hitting glass ceilings, clients, income, even stuff that you personally want, your beliefs of what is possible are actually saying, this is where we're at. This is our comfort zone.
Okay. So, and those beliefs we typically pick up somewhere in childhood, right?
We pick it up in childhood. We pick it up. A lot of our programming are done by the time we're 7.
Yeah.
And then as we get older, we have influences from family, influences from religious leaders, society. So you can be like, you're going into college and you want to be artistic, but yet you have all the people around you who are saying, oh, no, you have to do teaching. Oh, no, you have to be a lawyer, a doctor. And now you're struggling because you're like, I really want. And we tend to follow what they're saying, and we're rewriting our own subconscious going, but I want. So if you're influenced, and it's the same thing with music. Have you ever just sang a song and you didn't realize? Like, one of my favorite artists was Eminem. And I would be singing his song. And then I went, oh, shit. And I actually stopped and listened to the words. You're programming your subconscious to those lyrics.
Yes. Yes. So I love this. Love this. A lot of times whenever I'm doing like deep inner work, it's frequencies. I cannot have words because you're exactly right. Like we're programming.
Yeah.
Words speak volume. They speak frequencies through your body. Yes.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah.
It matters.
Yeah. And if you look too at some of our words, and a prime example is have a great week, W-E-E-K. But week is also spelled W-E-A-K. So it's really starting to look at even how we speak.
Yeah.
How we speak to ourselves is so important, because we are constantly in a battle of our conscious versus subconscious, of what somebody's expectations of us are versus what our own is. So how we were spoken to as kids tends to replay quite often in our heads. It is being able to look at that speak and start to change it, but you're also changing it, like you say, at a cellular level.
Yeah. Well, and then also, you hear some of the, like even some of your self-help books, they'll tell you, when you're reading something, it's like, ask the word how, and you'll shift the belief behind it. Like if you believe, and we'll go over some of those common beliefs, but going back to the artist, immediately I could hear, certain people telling, if I ever said I wanted to be an artist, or even when I said I'm going to go be a personal trainer, there's no money in that.
Yep.
Well, then how the fuck do other people do it? What do you mean there's no money in it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So let's go over some of those common beliefs. We know fear is going to be more than likely one of them, but what are some of those subconscious beliefs that you see in your work that you do with your clients? And how does that play out?
If they feel worthy and deserving. The foundational piece is to build upon that. If you have a shaky belief, you're going to have shaky results. You want to build up that foundation. That foundation ultimately is feeling safe in your own body, feeling safe being visible, feeling safe showing up as yourself. How often do people hide who they really are behind those masks because they don't feel safe? They have been ridiculed. They have been rejected. So there is a lot of rejection, abandonment underneath that. So they don't show up as themselves. So when they're speaking online, their energy behind it is wonky, and people feel that energy.
Yeah.
So what's happening is you're coming up trying to almost take your energy and close in on it instead of being open to it. And there's a lot of beliefs underneath that. Beliefs, I just recently had a client, and there is a big safety issue showing up as themselves. So they're hiding. And it is reprogramming those beliefs. The biggest one, if you can walk away from something, is I am safe to be me. I am safe to be authentic. I am safe to show up as myself.
And even taking that a step deeper, what does that look like? If rejection wasn't coming against you, if judgment wasn't coming against you, if abandonment wasn't coming against you, how the fuck would you show up? Who would you be? And that's the real answer to the question.
Yeah, powerful. You're showing up powerfully. You're showing up and not giving a shit about what other people say or think about you. You're showing up to create this amazing passion and sharing it with the world, whether it's, mindset, whether it's nutrition, whether it's, people are like, oh, I had a coach and she told me this would never work. Really? Stop it. If this is
being a good coach.
Yeah, exactly. If this is but that's the problem.
Yeah.
People end up with coaches and they're like, oh, I have to do business because they say that's where the money is. Or I have to do marketing and I hate it. So what kind of energy are you putting out there? You're shoving yourself down because you're listening to somebody else you think is a guru. And you're not trusting yourself. And that's another piece. Like, Many, many years ago, I remember I was in a group program and the coach is like, oh, I think you'd be perfect as a relationship coach. Well, I did it. I hated every moment of it and nothing happened. Nothing. And I remember going, I don't understand. And so, I didn't trust myself enough to say, I absolutely do not want to be a relationship coach. This is what I desire to do. And as we grow and change and evolve, that too also pivots. I mean, I was an empath coach. I help women reprogram their subconscious for their desired end result.
Yeah. And that's powerful, because the beliefs that you have underneath of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy enough, I'm never going to make it work, it's going to take forever, it's going to be all kinds of hard work. It doesn't have to be hard,
Yeah.
just like healing trauma. It doesn't have to be hard. It can actually be quick and easy.
Quick and easy.
It doesn't have to be hard. You don't have to even relive your past, and that's another common myth or belief that people come in with. It's, how much are we gonna have to talk about my past? Like, probably none of it.
Yeah.
you know? So I totally understand those things. So tell us more, when somebody comes to work with you, what are you doing first? How are you kind of dissecting, diagnosing things? What are you walking them through to help them best?
Well, first we find out what they truly desire. We pull away all the bullshit. I want all of it gone. I don't want to hear what you've been told. I want you to sit with yourself and spend some time to see what you truly desire. How do you want to have an impact? What does that impact look like to you? Somebody had come to me and she was like, I really want to work with a certain type of client, but the economy sucks and nobody's buying. I'm like, I don't know who told you that, but I want to share a story back. I don't know exactly when, but you can definitely go to YouTube, about the gentleman who bought a banana for $1.6 million and it was duct taped to a canvas. So people absolutely have money, and then took a video of him eating his $1.6 million banana.
Oh, that's funny. That's interesting.
Yes. And this was, I don't recall the timing of it. So the economy is what you've been listening to online or listening to. You're already assuming what's in your client's pocket without ever giving them a chance to say yes or no.
Yeah. And you know what? People, on top of that, people buy whatever they want to. They buy based on whatever's going to be valuable to them. Like, you could sell me a $5 pen because you told me that it's got a great grip. It doesn't put that little indentation in my finger. It writes smoothly. I don't get the, black ink on this side of my finger when I'm smudging my hand. Like, all those things, I'd be like, yes, I want this pen.
Yes. I work with my clients too. I listen a lot because my intuition's constantly speaking to me. I am trusting myself and I listen to what they're saying. And they're telling you their beliefs by just talking about what they desire and what they don't think is possible for them because they've been programmed. And not only that, they keep repeating that same damn story over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Over again.
And their cells have it locked in, your DNA. Then we go into how your DNA talks and how your cells communicate to one another, how your organs function together. It all repeats the same damn cycle. And then it goes back to the brain and it's like, think bad thoughts equal bad body, bad results.
Yeah. And I actually want to take that one step further.
Okay, go.
As you clear it, because you help them clear it, I help them with their mind. Now, I want to have somebody who has gone through the process. Now, I want you to stand, and this is something I wanted to share. I went to an aquarium, and I do daily work. Every single day, I am doing my stuff. Every day, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. And I ended up walking up to an octopus, sharks, penguins, and I think there was one more thing. And I just stuck my hand against the glass. And I started sending my energy out and asking for specific things. Like I said, if you feel me and see me, come close. Next thing I know, all the sharks were right there. My husband's like, what you doing? And I told him, so he started to do it. And he's like, wow. And the penguin started high-fiving me. The octopus went in the corner where my hand was and there was a couple of tentacles right there. Totally focused, totally energized, and they respond to you. These are animals with just as much energy as we have.
Yeah.
And so when you're constantly working and growing and changing, start sending your energy out to bring what you desire back.
Yeah. You know, we can go brain science on this, right? Science backs this up. Energy is scientifically measured. It's detectable.
Yeah.
Your heart rate variability can be detected outside of your body. It's why when you're around people who have crappy energy, or they're constantly tapping their foot, patting their leg, clicking their pin, you're like, oh, it's a lot. You feel that. We feel that because your heart rate variability can be detected several feet outside of your body. So when you're sending that energy out there, you're just sitting at one with yourself, and you're just being true to who you are. And you're like, whoever's here, they will come.
Yeah, and that's it. And we'll take it one step further, because every thought we have actually comes out of our brain into waves. So what are you thinking? When those thoughts are going on and on, I hate myself. Oh my God, I'm excited. I'm going to have this. Those thoughts are actually going out into the universe. Every single cell in our body is consisted of the universe and dark matter. This is proven by science.
Yes, it is. It is absolutely proven by science. Brain waves can be detected as well and measured.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's what they do for sleep studies. That's what they do for photographs. They're checking your heart rate variability. Are you lying or telling the truth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I love that. I love that. So when we're reprogramming our mind, we're sending different signals out to the world.
Yeah. So when we start to reprogram our mind, we're actually shutting down old neural pathways and creating new. We are stopping that focus on whatever it is we don't want. And now our brain starts to show us positive evidence of what is possible. It shows us the evidence around us of what we are starting to reprogram. Yes.
So how do we're paying attention more, right? You would say that that's more of what we're doing, is we're paying attention. As we say the new thought, we pay attention to what we see out that confirms that, correct? Like confirmation.
Yeah. You're confirming it. It's way more, though, than just repetition. Repetition is very, very big. In the morning and at night is also when our subconscious is really paying attention. So we want to do that. It is actually also, see, a lot of people are like, these are the affirmations, and they're just taking what they're hearing. They're not making it personalized to themselves, to their desired end results, to exactly what they want. It's like, I am a billionaire. I am healthy. You see, they're saying I am healthy, and yet all of their actions are proving that they're not. All of their actions over and over and over are showing, oh no, you're not, because you're eating crap, you're eating processed foods. Whereas now, yeah, I am healthy. I am doing the exercise. I am eating well. I am focusing on myself. I'm creating self-care and self-love procedures for me. And now your subconscious is taking notice, and it's rewiring. I do love myself. I am. Yes. Yeah. A lot of people, like, this is a perfect example. I had a client, and one of the affirmations she was using is, I'm not easily defeated. And she's like, I don't know what's going on. And I said, well, here's the situation. It's not positive. It's really not present tense. And the word not, our brain drops. So what was being programmed was I am easily defeated. So I am successful. I am in my element. I am magnetizing my life that I want. But again, make it more towards exactly what does your life look like? Because that's a very generic statement.
I agree. So let's back up a second. Somebody who is, let's say somebody is stuck in business or they're just stuck in life right now. What are some positive first steps we can take that we can raise those frequencies?
Immediately, what are you telling yourself? Self-awareness. If I could leave somebody with something, it's program your phone with alarms to go off and ask yourself, what am I thinking? How am I feeling? What am I doing? Because now you're stopping and you're like, all right, how am I feeling? Am I feeling rejected? Am I feeling full of love and energy? And when you start to check in on the emotions, you could start to also check in exactly what you're telling yourself. And those repetitive thoughts are creating those emotions in your body. So when you start to change those beliefs, check in with your body to see how you're feeling. And exercise is a great way to start releasing a lot of that stagnant energy that you have. So that's a great one. And here's another really easy thing. Pattern interruption. And I love curse words. I find a funny curse word. So when my mind goes down that negative rabbit hole, I have a curse word that makes me laugh. So when I catch myself, I use that word. It makes me laugh. You've already interrupted the energy of it. Now you've stepped back and you're like, is this really true? Or is this just some stupid repetitive loop that I am in? And you get to choose the next thought. You get to choose how you feel.
Yeah, I forgot what the seconds is. Somebody had told me one time you have, gosh, it's like 2 seconds or something like that, maybe even less than that. In order for the first thought that comes in for the next negative thought, before you're in a spiral. And it's like, it's just pattern repeat. You're looking for the next negative, the next negative, the next negative. But yeah, we don't do that shit on the positive. We don't go, it's like, oh, it takes a lot to make a positive statement.
Yeah, we're programmed that way. I mean, if you look at TV and all the commercials and the news and the nonsense, I mean, I don't watch news. Same thing with TV. If I have to watch something on TV, I'm muting between the commercials. I don't want to hear those repetitive stories on those commercials.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true. That's so true. You're being programmed all the time. Mostly big pharma.
Yes. Oh God. Yes. They don't stop. They don't stop.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, tell us, so give me a couple of truth bombs that we could hear right now. What are some truth bombs that women need to hear whenever it comes to success, it comes to alignment? What do we need to hear?
The truth is, what do you desire? What do you ultimately desire? Get rid of all the trappings and start spending some time with yourself to see what you desire, because success is phenomenal. And we've been programmed to hustle to success. We have been programmed to rush through success. And one of the things that I did this year is totally stop the hustle. At least I think I did. So
I hear that. I understand.
It's sneaky because it comes in different ways. Like you stop the hustling with the rushing, with all the networking, trying to be everywhere and everything to everyone. Those are things to look at. Those are truth bombs. When you stop that hustle, truly stop that hustle, you start aligning and attracting and magnetizing those people. You stop being in that lack and that scarcity and that desperation, because that comes off you like a stink. So think about it. When you smell like skunk, that's what people actually get from you when they feel it. They feel that desperation.
Yeah.
And even pay attention. Like, this one was hard for me. Driving. It's like you've got your foot on the gas and you're rushing from point A to point B. You're hustling.
Yeah.
You are hustling.
Yeah.
Just slow down, because the traffic, whatever, is only temporary. I would go to it would drive my husband nuts. I'd be in the grocery store and it's like I'm running. He's like, where the hell are you running to? And I would be like, oh my God. And that I still catch myself in the grocery store doing.
Yeah.
So, success, it has to mean something to you. I created a mantra for myself. I am already wildly free, richly supported, and nourished. And they're kind of, if you look at it, freedom. But I actually took that word and brought it down. What does freedom really mean to me?
Yeah.
Freedom of expression, freedom of experience, freedom of creativity, freedom to be authentic. And then it's richly supported. Amazing friendships, amazing business associates, great clients, soulmate clients. And instead of saying soulmate clients, break that down.
Yeah.
So each piece, break it down. So create your own mantra of what it is that you want, and then break it down so that every time you're saying it, your subconscious is like, I got it. Okay, this is what this means to you. And again, it'll start to show you those positive evidence.
Yes. Yes. And I love that you say richly supported, because rich also, it's not just money. It's information, it's connection, it's a resource. So I love that you say that, richly supported. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that in. I like that. Thank you for your mantra.
Yes. Yes.
All right, well, we are wrapping up on time. Tell people where they can find you. Tell them, if you have something that you want to share, let us know how to connect with you further and be able to reprogram our minds.
So you can reach me all over social media under Tricia Dycka. You can message me. I am very much on Facebook, so you can send me a DM there. You can also email me at tricia@triciadycka.com. But your best bet is definitely social media under my name. Yeah.
Awesome. And we'll put those links down below in the description. You guys can go check that out. She's got a lot of amazing resources out there. You have a free Facebook group. Didn't you say you have a free Facebook group? Or no, you don't?
No, I do not. Okay. That is something that I did not. I had. Okay. And nope.
No, you can find her on Facebook. That's where she is. And y'all, she's amazing. I've had the pleasure of being connected with you and hopefully being able to continue this collaboration and our friendship even further. So I'm super excited. But other than that, we will catch you guys on the flip side.
Thank you.